Alright, so we left off cursing Jonathan Blow for having put this puzzle before us. He did not actually make this game, but his spirit exists in all puzzle games. We just got done with being introduced to the idea that you could have two... let's abduct. Let's do that. Let's do precisely that. So we have an elevator here where we can see this path. I suppose we're trying to get over there. So we'll want to... I don't know yet. Do I rotate these or do I swap them? Let's find out. Nope, that doesn't do anything. And we're on the kind of technology planet. Okay, so here is where I walk through the maze. What's on the bottom level? That's gonna swap this sphere. Swap it with what? What is that delightful odor? Oh, it's a puzzle. So it swaps us to here, to this rock cavern. Okay, this is the same place we were getting swapped to before, but what? Oh my gosh, it's like a dual world maze, because maybe we might also have to construct a path that we're going to walk through on these, whoops, wooden... That's interesting. Down there we see the same... Okay, if we can get down there, there's going to be a place, there's going to be a way to rotate that whole sphere, and then we can take it back. Or maybe we can take another route back. Can we... Nope, can't get on there. Oh, hello? The game suddenly needs to load. We break something. Okay. Ooh. We are on the other side of which door? Oh, it's boring. Did I even know this door existed? Oh, it's here. It's here. Okay. Does this excite me at all? Oh no, anytime I walk through here, it has to stop and load. Weird. Oh, there was another path. An easy to miss path. This goes all the way around. Lots of kerosene oil. I can't take it with me. This door... Oh, okay. Another door that we can open. Does this lead to the mayor's office? Or something? Oh. Over here, where we had the three... Oh man, I'm gonna get lost. That's where the 3-sphere swap was going on. This over here, this door I couldn't go through. But here, this I have been through. So this is a way for me to get back to Technology Planet. I've never I've never minded that, you know, like there are some people that are like, oh, if there's loading screens when you go from one place to another, that's, oh, that's how you rotate it. I thought we would have to go down to get the controls working. Apparently not. That should be good. Let's take it back now. Now this is going to let me rotate just this one. We need to find some way of, I think, rotating that entire business. And then it's going to be an unfortunate bunch of busy work. To just keep going. Swap, 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 swap. I'm frozen. Oh, I'm not frozen. Alright, so two of those ways I can't get out now. That's not a button. That's not a button. It just calls the elevator. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Half-Life and Half-Life 2 would do that, where you would just be walking along and it would just freeze very abruptly and go, loading. Alright, so I've managed to rotate this. We now go to the left, but it just leads to a dead end, because we need to know, is there a way to rotate the whole kit and caboodle? Did I even try this? I did not even try that. Ho-ho. That's right. We ended the stream before I even touched that button. So this basically comes down to... what is the... There's one. There's an exit. There's an exit. Oh, wait, are there two? There's two places to go. Alright, one is over there. And the other is over there. Which do I guess I'll go for the one across the way first. So it looks like we're going to get there. We're going over there, and then that one, and then that one. Okay, so. Yeah. Yeah, Half-Life 2 was a very... Alright, so we're in for a lot of wait for this to load and swap and swap and load. This is going to be the next half an hour of our life. So, while we're sitting here, let's talk about my computer. Saturday, the last of the parts got delivered. And after I got done with the stream on Sunday, I was like, okay, let's start putting this together. Had the case, you know, you're supposed to, oh, I went the wrong way. All right, it's going to take 2 more rotations. Put the CPU in the motherboard, put the motherboard in the case. Or no, put the cooler on, and then put the motherboard in the case. And then I'm trying to, you know, put stuff in and manage the cables. Cable management is not easy in the case that I got. It's not as nice as some other, you know, if you bought a larger or, you know, case with more features. But it's whatever. It's fine. I got what I paid for. And as I'm struggling with I forget what exactly I was struggling with, and I kind of moved the case, and I heard a thud. And I looked over, and the video card, which I had had on the table right next to the case, I had accidentally pushed it off. And so the video card fell off of the table and onto the floor. It's carpeted, but it's still, like... I'm like, that's a almost $400 video card that I just pushed off the table by accident. And so I pick it up and I gently, like, dropping frames. Indeed. Alright, now we're gonna turn this one. Oh wait, that's not actually gonna work, is it? Just kidding, it is. I thought for a moment I thought I needed a 90-degree angle. I do not. So I'm like, oh jeez. Well, all I can really do is hope that I haven't done anything bad to it and that it still works. So I go on putting everything together. The last thing I go to put in is the video card, and when I do, I realize that the bracket, like the bracket at the back of the, like where you would plug in the monitors, that metallic bracket that sits at the back of the case, that is bent. And I'm like, well, that's bad because it means that it did hit the floor with enough force to, like, physically damage the card. But it also means, like, the kinetic energy from the fall went into bending the metal, which is not as bad as if it had just, I think anyway, as bad as if it had fallen directly onto, you know, a more sensitive part of the case. I'm like, so I can bend it back with pliers, so that's a good thing, potentially. I did not bracket. So I took a pair of pliers, I bent it back into shape, and I'm also thinking, I'm like, if this doesn't work, I'm like, it would be really dishonest for me to try to, like, RMA the card, like, oh, you sent me this card, and, I don't know, somehow it's not working. It's like, it's going to be even more obvious if, like, the bracket is, like, how is that going to bend inside of all of the styrofoam and plastic bubbles and everything else? So I'm like, this really may result in me having to get a different... That's not lined up right. It needed one more turn. One more turn in the oven. So I bend it back. I put it in the case. I plug it in and everything. I turn it on. Lights come on, fan comes on, hard drive spins up. No picture. So I'm like, okay, maybe for whatever reason I should only have one monitor plugged in. So I try it again with one monitor plugged in, nothing. I go, let me see if the onboard HDMI works, and I'll use that instead. I do that, I turn it on, nothing. So I'm like, oh, now I don't even know what to do. That was the wrong way. So wait, how much is this turning this? Wait a minute. Am I gonna be able to... So I got it like this, and it needed to go a little bit more. If I click this, it's not gonna stop, is it? It is not. And it is spinning it evenly. It's always a quarter turn. Oh, that's funky. Okay. Alright, so I need to think about this some more. So I go, let me take the card out of my old computer and put it in the new computer and see if it starts up with that. So I do that, and let me tell you, it is really difficult to take video cards out because you have to push that depending on what the motherboard is, and both of my motherboards are like this. They've got that tab that keeps it in place. And it's like behind the there's almost no way to reach it. It's terrible. I was incredibly frustrated trying to get it to work. So this doesn't look like it's actually going to work. But it has to. No. Maybe there is more to it than just rotating. Maybe we need to do something bizarre, like switching it into a different space. When would I ever want... Okay, two of these are 90-degree angle turns, and the other ones are whatever that is, 135. Like, how are we ever gonna... Now that I think about it, how are we ever gonna get here? Ever. Because if we come through here, we need a straight... Oh, is the rock... Ooh. Okay. I gotta keep in mind, I don't know what the rock that we're switching places with looks like. So maybe... Alright, I'm gonna try something. We're going to take this one and rotate it. Okay. So at that point, I went to bed. I was like, my fingers hurt from doing all of these tiny little adjustments on things, and I just can't figure it out right now while I'm tired and grumpy. So I went to bed. And then when I got up, I was like, okay, the first thing I want to try is put the new video card in the old computer. So I did that and hooked it up, and it worked. So I'm like, okay, at least we've got that. I've got some kind of evidence that the card is okay. So that's good news, but now the bad news is it could be anything else. So I'm trying to search online, and of course, like, it's hard to even narrow it down because I'm not getting any beeps. Normally the motherboard, if there's some kind of major problem, the motherboard will beep. And as I was browsing around through things, fortunately, I stumbled upon a post that just happened to mention putting a speaker into the motherboard, and I was like, oh, I never did that. I never... The motherboard doesn't come with the speaker on it. You need to take the little thing and plug it in. Okay, so now that's fine. So, my hope is that if I... Actually, I did it wrong, didn't I? Actually, I did it wrong. Wait, let me rotate it again and make sure. Was it already right in the first place? What's going on? I have to find out what the deal is with the rock. What is the rock that we're swapping in? This is how we shall find out. So I take the other computer, plug in the little speaker, right? Plug the new computer in. As soon as I turn it on, I get a beep code, 3 long beeps, and then it just repeats. All right, so this is here now. Let's go somewhere else and swap back into Technology World and see what the rock that we left behind looks like. This is important. Maybe. I hope it was okay to take this one. So 3 long beeps is memory problem. And through a little bit of experimentation, I figured this one was not okay to take, right? Did this bring me the wrong way? How do I get... Is this the thing that I want to know? Alright, I'm kind of lost. I got myself lost. This is when it would be really nice to not have any kind of load times. Through some experimentation, I figured out that it was just the RAM was not pushed in far enough. Because I'm used to the ones where both of the little things come down on the side, and then you push it in, and when you've pushed it in far enough, both of them come up and hold the RAM in place. And that's not how my new motherboard works. On that one, it's got one of them is rigid and the other one pops out, but you still need to push it down all the way on both sides until you hear a click. I wasn't expecting that, so the RAM wasn't in all the way. That turned out to be the whole problem, and now it's up and running and works fine. I'm not on it currently because I haven't got everything installed and moved over yet. I will probably, after we end the stream tonight, I will take the hard drive out of this computer, throw it in the other one, and spend the next 2 days, like, moving all of my important data over and also making sure that I install everything that I need. Okay, So I'm back here because I need to know, how do I get out? How do I get back to where I want to be? Oh, it is right here, but I can't take that one. I have to take one of those. Fair. Fair enough. I should have guessed as much. Alright, so the new plan is do exactly what I just did again. I haven't had the chance to like really test out any games or anything on it, but I trust that it's gonna be super, super good. Super fast. Super hot. So what we're trying to determine here is, what is the sphere that I leave behind? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. What is the sphere that I leave behind when I come here? And you know what? I am going to be able to rotate. Okay, we're not this way. Which means we're going to need to load again. Alright, I'll have to keep in mind the terrible loading screen is next to the switch. So now... yeah, here we go. Come over here and take the middle one. Hope that's okay. Super hot. Super hot. I did play through that on stream. It only took like 2 hours. It was okay. Like, I didn't pay for it. Somebody gifted it to me. And it seemed like a bit much to pay for such a short game. But then I'm also not sure, like, what did I want? Did I want to keep doing Super Hot for another 15 hours? Not the end of the world. I can call the elevator. Okay. What have we now? A straight line. It wasn't rocks at all. It wasn't rocks at all. It was another thing. What are we going to do with that? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go down and rotate this. I don't know if this is kind of seeming like it's the least good puzzle that we've had so far. It's complex, but you don't really get like, I would rather have it be something that I need to understand than something where I need to do a lot of running around. A lot of running around and loading. Oh, yeah. Yes, watch all VODs at 2x speed, especially this one. Skip to this time code to go past where I already have the puzzle solved. Alright, so what I want... Oh no, this still isn't gonna work. Is it? No. Okay, it'll work with the other... Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, I can make it work. There's still a solution. So we're going to take this one, swap it out. See, the puzzle is fun to solve, but the 30 seconds or more that it takes to do each of the moves, I guess it would reward you for, yeah, optimizing up front with this is my plan instead of, like, it's really, 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 really trying to get you to not brute force. To go, well, I'll just swap things until it makes sense, or until I get close and it's clear that I only need one move. I'll just do things at random until then. They don't want you doing that. Now I go back to the other world. Because conceptually, this wasn't difficult to understand. Once I knew that I could walk out here... So what we're doing is we're storing this piece that we want. I hope I did it correctly. Did I already mess up? No, I did it right. Okay. Now we rotate this twice. And now we want this to... I see. Now we have to swap this back. It's because the two angular pieces, the two 135s, are not identical. They turn in opposite directions. So with this, we're gonna get... I just have to make sure I rotate this correctly, and I don't remember which way is correct, so we're just going to... Or no, now I need to walk back. But I should rotate it first, right? I think that's correct, hopefully. We'll see. Wait. Oh, it's the other... Yeah, that one doesn't matter. Jeez. I wish they were different colors. Or something. If they had some kind of little distinctive mark so that I could... tell at once. they were numbered. It's also interesting that I have no idea whatsoever how close I am to finishing the game. It's not like Riven, where I knew... Even Riven I didn't really know, did I? We did it! Look! Flawless. Alright, so this is currently set to 3. Is it going to affect the waterfall? Probably. Oh, no, it's affecting that thing up there. I guess we want it empty. Are we going to pass... We're going to pass some kind of car through there, and we need it open. And that's only one of them. Alright, so we did it. We opened one of them. What next? And is there anything... Oh, I almost missed. That would have been awful. If I went and abandoned this line of... Because I never would have been able to come back here. We follow this path over. What do we find? Hopefully we're opening a shortcut here. We are doing no such thing. It's a dead end. But why? I can see the sphere here. Mushrooms. It looks like there's nothing to interact with and nothing to notice. Alright, so it was just a scenic path. Very well. Alright. Next plan is... It didn't look like there was a... Oh, there... Are we at the edge of the... I can't tell if walking over there it means that I get to teleport across the edge of the world or not. Maybe not. Alright, let's save that for never. Is it? Well, it'll be easy enough to test because we're going to make a... We're going to... How are we going to get out of here? All we need is... Oh, this is actually going to be really easy. He said. We want a... No, it's not. We need to go all the way around. We need all 4 of these to be correct, because we're going to go right turn, right hook, straight. No. How do we get over there? That one's got to be straight. What the hell? Can we exit over there? Or am I making stuff up? No, that's an exit. That's an exit for real. Over there is not. Is that somewhere we can... No. No. If we had a straight and a straight, trivially easy. If we had a... But from here, we can't, because when you get over here, you would need... turn, unless we had some way to, unless we could from over there do something useful. Oh wait, all right, I'm forgetting, I can turn the whole thing. So like this, that's no good. We go right. Straight. No, we need two straights for that. How about like this? Like this will work. There we go. We just need to turn this clockwise one turn. Alright, so this puzzle wasn't that time-consuming. Assuming we're done with it forever now. Here we go. Nothing but net. Zoop, 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 zzz. We can't get out that way? Why not? There's... So, like, how do we get out then? What the hell, man? Okay. Alright, so that can't be blocked. So there's actually only two config... that's not going to work. This isn't going to work. This one is not possible. So it has to be this one? Straight, 90, bear right, 90. Okay. Alright, so we'll pick up the straight. I really wish that I had realized that sooner. I thought we were all done with the puzzle. I should have triple checked that just doing the 290-degree turns would not be the solution. Alright, we have picked up the straight. Now we run over here. We are currently holding the straight. Just gotta keep that in mind. I wonder if this is going to be... This is like the Selenium age of Obduction. The one puzzle that everybody's like, ugh. It also doesn't really make much sense. Like, usually all of the puzzles make sense. They're like, oh, this is a machinery planet. This is how this piece of machinery works. This is just a very like, what would this platform be used for? So we have picked up the straight. We need to drop this. I should have, at the absolute least, I should have wrote out a diagram of how this is supposed to look. It's gonna look like this. Straight, and then 90 degree, then the right. Oh no, it's going to be the left turn. And then like that, and then the 90. Okay. So we're holding the straight. We are picking up the right turn, which we don't want. Should have optimized for the least number of swaps, but I've been exposed. The fraud of a genius. Alright, the straight is now in place. We'll worry about how to rotate each of them later. We now have the undesirable. The undesirable right turn. Playing the long game. It'll all be worth it when we walk through that doorway into a room with more puzzles in it. See, I guess this is kind of violating a... Not that I'm going to sit here and tell the creators how to make their game, but it is kind of violating a puzzle game convention, which is as soon as the amount of time between you really realizing how the puzzle is solved and the puzzle getting solved should be as small as possible. There should be almost no time whatsoever between you going, oh, it's Funyarinpa, and then all it is you type in Funyarinpa and you win, right? That's... Okay. Straight is in place. We can pick up the left over here. That other one is already perfect. We're just picking up, yeah, let's pick up the left. We're gonna rotate it. I can't think about how it's rotated. We'll just go, we're gonna pick up the left and then drop it later. Consider the in-game reason this puzzle is like this. To delay invaders? Is this like a Resident Evil Raccoon City? This police station has hidden the, you know, the heart key inside of a statue with a spear, and you put a gem in. That's the only way to get to the other side of the precinct. I've already forgotten what we're doing. Did I pick up the... This is the... I've been distracted. What if the invaders have jetpacks? What if they don't need to take these routes at all? I'm terribly afraid that I've already messed this up. And added another 10 minutes to the amount of time it's going to take me to do this puzzle. Something wonderful lies on the other side, though, I'm sure of it. And I'm glad we did the one that we did first turned out to be the easier one. Turning off that thing. I'm really surprised that getting across to the thing did not result in us unlocking a shortcut, because that is usually how it goes. Okay, so what's the deal now? What have I done?